Hi, I'm Claude, and Grand Theft Auto 3's Platinum Trophy gave me anxiety. A lot of stuff in this game is highly missable, and with no way to track some of it kinda stressed me out. Visually and graphically this game has zero issues. Rockstar did a great job on the definitive editions. From flying cars to annoying ambulance driving, this game has everything. It also has 29 trophies needed to unlock that sweet platinum, and in this video we're going to be doing just that. I had to use a roadmap for this game. As mentioned, there is a few missable trophies and they are all tied to the 100%. If you miss one you have to restart the entire game, unless you happen to have a save before that point, of course. According to PSN Trophies, this was a 2 out of 10 difficulty and a 20-hour platinum. The difficulty I agree with, but 20 hours no way. It took me 33 hours, but maybe I'm just bad. To start this platinum it's highly recommended to start doing everything on Portland before playing any main story missions. So that is what I did. You can actually earn 8 trophies before you even start the first main story mission. So first up I went for Liberty City Minute. Simply survive for 1 minute while under 10 HP, literally the easiest gold trophy ever. Simply fist fight a random NPC to get below 10 HP and drive away. It's as simple as that. PSN Trophies weren't kidding when they said 2 out of 10 difficulty. Oh, side note, this clip is muted because the car radio was playing music. Don't want any copyright strikes on the channel. Up next was Where To. I had to deliver 100 passengers in the taxi. This took around 2 hours total. I got quite bored after 30 fares, so I went off to do something else and then return. Quite tedious, to be honest, this one. But once you have finally reached 100 and dropped off the last passenger, not only do you get the trophy, but you also unlock the Borg 9 taxi. This is a modified vehicle with spikes on the front and rear bumpers. It also has better handling and is a lot of fun to use. Continuing on, I wanted to have some more fun, so I went for the Splish Splash trophy. Super easy, just extinguish 15 fires in one go. I remember doing this way back in 2001, and at the time I thought it was the best thing ever. Little 8-year-old me had a blast doing the fire truck missions. Little did I think 22 years later I would be doing them again. Yes, it's really been 22 years since this game came out. Coming up next was Going Rogue. Eliminate 15 criminals during vigilante missions. I struggled with this at first, so I decided to go and collect the first 20 hidden packages around the map. Doing this would give me a machine gun at my safe house. This would make this trophy much easier. I was tempted to wait until the end game for the tank, but I wanted it done before all the gangs became hostile. This clip right here is why you never give up, even when it seems hopeless. That little bit of luck is all you need, literally the luckiest thing to happen to me in this game. I'll let this clip play out and you can see for yourself what happens next. I was straight up about to end the mission when I crashed into that hill. But I waited that split second before and I managed to kill him with milliseconds to spare. After this happened I went on to reach the 15 required to unlock the Going Rogue trophy, but I wasn't done with vigilante missions just yet. You need to complete 60 in total, 20 on each island for 100% completion. Completing all 60 will give you police bribes at your safe house. And these would be important for another trophy coming up shortly. But it was time for playing Doctor. This is the one I was least looking forward to. You need to reach level 12 of the paramedic missions. It sounds straightforward, but this ambulance is a nightmare to drive. It's incredibly top heavy, which means it will flip over at the slightest wrong turn or bumping into other cars. Combine that with NPCs acting like idiots and falling over, or taxis trying to steal my patience. Trying to achieve this did actually unlock another trophy called Reckless Driving. You just need to perform a perfect insane stunt. Very easy. I got super lucky again there and was able to continue that run and go on to collect all the passengers I needed to. Thankfully for 100% you don't need 60 of these in total, just 12 in one go for 100% is all that's required. Super happy when I found that out. It's a little difficult to get the hang of driving this ambulance. But once you have it down, it's all about planning the route and leaving closest passengers until last. Also, not having the siren on is really helpful, as the other cars can be really unpredictable with it on. Once you have completed all 12 missions you will have the adrenaline and health icons at your safe house as well. Remember the police bribes from earlier? Well, it was time to farm these and use 20 of them for the next trophy. I just ran people over until I got a wanted level and drove back to the safe house. Again, very easy and super simple. We now continue on with the easy trophies. I went off and did the come out to play trophy. Kill 20 gang members with fists or melee combat. Again wanted to get this done before the gang members become hostile. Before I went off to focus on the story missions, I needed to clean up any missable side missions and collectibles. These all count towards 100% completion. GTA 3 has a few missable side quests because they don't appear on the map. The payphone missions next to Joey's missions being some of them. Also needed for 100% are 4 RC Toys missions, 4 off-road missions, 20 rampages, 20 unique jumps, 100 hidden packages, 60 police and fire truck missions and 50 vehicles to the export garage. Only the side missions are missable, but they also stop appearing at a certain point. It's best to do these as soon as they appear. I will not show you the majority of these because they aren't worth showing. The RC Toys missions are the most fun and I loved them. The other thing that made me anxious was I only had the 50 cars left to do at endgame and the game was on 72% complete. Collecting all the cars made up a huge 28% of this game. After cleaning up everything in the Portland area, it was finally time to start the main story. I just needed to pick up this lady called Misty and drive her to Luigi. And I would earn another super easy and incredibly straightforward trophy. This one was called First Day on the Job. Shortly after this you need to pick up 4 female call girls. But for the trophy you need to pick up all 8 of them in 5 minutes. I made sure I took a coach with me before I started this mission to save some time. It doesn't take long to pick them up as they are quite close together. This mission is called the Fuzz Ball. If you ever go for this platinum trophy, this is a mission you should definitely look out for. Missing this and completing the mission will mean you have to replay the whole game to get it again. It's very early on in the game. If you do miss it, don't worry, it's not tied to 100%, just completing the mission is enough. When you have all 8, simply head to the location on the map. And the trophy will pop the second you hit the blue marker. Got this figured out? We most certainly did. Onto a missable payphone mission for Marty Chonks, dispose of the car and get a trophy. The next trophy was buggy for a lot of people, but I thankfully didn't have any problems with this. You just need to return the car rigged with a bomb back to its owner without a scratch. Remember to arm the bomb before you get out. Apparently people weren't doing this. And this was one of the reasons people weren't getting the trophy. I sound like a broken record, but this again was stupidly easy. Absolutely nothing hard about this trophy list. Up next was a mission for Joey called Farewell Chunky Lee Chong. The trophy for this is called Planned Ahead. You need to kill Lee Chong with a car bomb. You can do this quite simply by traveling to Chinatown and collecting both of the cars parked at either end, taking them to the bomb shop, rig them and return them to their original locations. Lee Chong will run to either one and blow up. And it's that easy. Around this point of the game you will receive a page from a man called El Burro. A donkey-loving porn star. Yes, you heard me correctly. The mission is Turismo. You need to finish the race in under 180 seconds. If you use the Stallion Gang car or the Mafia car you will win this race easy. The other drivers just tend to crash regardless. By a mile trophy done and dusted. El Burro has around 5 side missions. They aren't missable, but you need them for 100%, so do them as soon as they become available. Completing all these actually gives you a stack of donkey porn outside your safe house. Up next was the main story mission for Tony called Triads and Tribulations. You need to keep both of the men in black looking guys alive until all 3 kingpins are dead. The first and last kings are straightforward, but I struggled a little with the middle one. It's best to clear the paths here and run as many of them over first before getting out of the car. When you do, use the shotgun to take out all 3 in 2 hits. Run like hell back to the car and hope no enemies have spawned in while you had turned away. Drive to the next location and kill the final kingpin. If you have followed the advice of collecting everything before starting the missions, you should have some grenades. You can earn these by collecting hidden packages throughout Portland. Throw these over the wall to kill the final gang members and bag yourself another trophy. A few missions later I earned the Dirty Money trophy. You just need to earn $1 million and that's it. A story-related trophy followed called the Marked Man. You earn this by completing the last request story mission. Simply drive the ladies to their apartment in Staunton Island. Portland's story missions are now done. If you haven't finished Marty's payphone missions by this point, you have now missed them completely. I was on my way to start the hidden packages to unlock the body armor at the safe house when another trophy popped. This was called Right Hand Man and you need to reach a criminal rating of 2,500. If you do all the rampage missions you will earn the next trophy easily. You just need to use every weapon in the game and that's it. I continued on with the collectibles and came across this absolute clusterfuck of an off-road mission. I failed this so many times I lost count. By far the worst off-road mission in the game. I thought the ambulance was bad to drive, but this Landstalker was a nightmare, and the objective of this off-road challenge is to drive through each blue ring without flipping over. I hated this one. The other 3 challenges were a breeze. I eventually finished this challenge and went on to finish the other collectibles in Staunton Island. After finishing this I went off to finish the hidden packages, putting me at 69 out of 100 packages found. I then started the next set of payphone missions and came across a mission I don't remember at all from the first game. The payphone missions were from King Courtney the Yardie leader. This mission's dialogue drove me crazy to listen to. Super annoying. At the end you earn the trophy, a gift from a king. At this point I had finished all police and fire truck missions in Staunton Island. That put me at 40 complete out of the 60 needed. So I carry on with the story, earning story-related trophies for completing missions from Donald Love. Having now unlocked the 3rd island, I finished up the final set of payphone missions for D-Ice, the leader of the Red Jacks. This side mission was a personal highlight and probably the most fun I had on a side mission. He sends you to kill all the purple nines using a baseball bat. And I found it hilarious. I accidentally kill my own guy, but the way they all just line up and fall down I found funny. I was expecting at least some challenge here, but there was none to be found. Completing all payphone missions unlocks the social club achievement called Talks a Lot. Right after this was complete I went off to finish the unique jumps. I think there was 7 jumps remaining in Shoreside Vale and most of them are in the airport with very simple jumps to make. This was the last jump I needed to do. Completing all 20 unique jumps will reward you with a trophy and $1 million. We were on endgame at this point with only 2 story missions remaining. I finished up my favorite side activity, the RC toy cars. There is only 4 of these to do and you only need 1 kill on each mission. I had to backtrack after this point, as I noticed I had missed a rampage mission. I quickly found it and went to collect the final hidden packages in Shoreside Vale. There is around 31 to collect here. Collecting all of them will earn you another $1 million, the gold trophy Liberty City Secrets, and a fully kitted out safe house with all weapons, including the rocket launcher, which is very useful for the final story mission. All we needed to finish at this point was the final story mission and the remaining 20 fire truck and police car missions. I don't know why I couldn't get a police car open at all in the final island. Instead I had to go to the 2nd island and drive back. This was the final fire truck mission I needed to do, and honestly I was kinda sad playing firemen was over. I really liked this side mission. With everything collected except for the cars I needed to export, it was now time to finish this story and complete the final mission. I don't remember this at all from all those years ago. In fact I may not have even finished it. Anyway, finishing this will earn you the trophy Not So Fast. Portland has 2 vehicle lists you need to export. 7 emergency vehicles and around 20 industrial vehicles. Collecting all the emergency vehicles unlocks a quick spawn point for all of them in Portland docks. Having a tank handy in Portland after the mafia is hostile towards you is very handy to drive around in, especially if you lost your bulletproof Patriot like I did. I checked my stats at this point of the game and it said 75% complete. With only 30 or so vehicles to collect, I was starting to panic I might have missed something. All I could do was continue collecting the cars and hope to God the trophy popped at the end. Some of these cars were fun. I particularly loved driving the Dodo around the streets of Liberty City. Finding the ice cream van did prove the most difficult to find. I eventually found it in Chinatown of all places. This was the final car I needed and the moment of truth was here. Thank fucking God. Relief all round. Overall I like this game, it's an absolute classic and redefined a generation. This game built the platform for many of the open world games we see today. But I struggled to enjoy it because of constantly making sure I hadn't missed anything. Would I recommend buying this game? Well, yes and no. If you're a platinum chaser looking for some easy trophies, then yes, but definitely use a guide. However, if you're not, I would avoid this game. Visually, GTA 3 the definitive edition needs work. I knew starting this game there was a few visual issues. I just hoped I never got any of the crashes or bugs that other players were experiencing. And thankfully I didn't. Rating this platinum, I would give it 2 out of 10 for easy. But expect to put in around 30 to 40 hours. Coming up next, I probably have GTA Vice City. If you enjoyed this video, please do leave a like, it helps me out massively. If you want to see some other platinum playthroughs, check out the link in the description below. But that's all from me. Have a great day and take care.